Evening, everyone. It's great to be with you and to be with all of my friends at the Well. And my name's Dave Larley, and we've met before. I've been to the Well, spoken on Thursday nights, but you've known me as Pastor Dave. And after Tuesday, I think you've discovered something about me. The truth is that Justin Dowsett and I have been smoking ribs together for some time now. And I'm just going to show you a little bit of what it looks like. So here we are. I've got my smokers here. You can see I've got 4 of them. And these are the barrels I use. There's my son Thomas waving. Say hi, Tom, to the crowd at the Well. Hello. All right. And he's on his way to bed, so we're going to keep the smoke going in the house. So you can see here I've got my 4 smokers, and that's what we produce those ribs in. And I'll let you see. So here's one set that we've got smoking away. And you see that smoke? That is what turns those ribs into absolute deliciousness. Why send you ribs? I know, I'm sorry if some of you don't really enjoy ribs, but we were talking, Justin and I, about this amazing passage in Exodus 33 where God is speaking to Moses. And Moses in verse 17 says, "Lord, show me your glory." And in verse 18, God says, "The very thing you ask, I will do. I will make all my goodness pass before you." And it's amazing, isn't it, that Moses asks for glory. And God shows him the thing that is super special, that he wants everybody to know him about. And he could have said any number of things, right? I wonder, what would you say if someone says, "Tell me one thing about you that you would love the whole world, everyone who's ever lived, to know"? He could have said majesty. He could have said power. He could have said all kinds of stuff. And instead he says goodness. I'll make all my goodness pass before you. And you know, I've been smoking barbecue now since I moved here to Texas for about, 4 or 5 years. And I've seen a lot of people eat barbecue. And there's nothing like good barbecue, is there? Like, when they eat the barbecue, I've never seen a grumpy person, because it's just so good. Oh, and ribs like the candy of barbecue. And that's why I wanted to send you all these ribs, so that y'all could have a real taste of goodness. And God chooses goodness because he wants his people to put him on display, and he wants them to be known for goodness. Now, what is goodness? Well, if you got your Bibles there in Exodus 33, you'll look down in verse 19. It says, I will be gracious to whom I'm gracious, and I'll be merciful to whom I'm merciful. And so we get this picture that the goodness of God is really about those two things, grace and mercy. And we see that perfectly in Jesus, that even though he lived a perfectly good life, a perfectly obedient life, he never did anything wrong, unlike all of us. People killed him for something he didn't do. They hated him despite the fact that he was perfect. They hated him because he was perfect. And because he died on the cross, what happens is we put our trust in him, our bad record gets swapped for his perfect record. And so at that moment we put our trust in him. God says, you have lived a perfect life. I have lived a perfect life. And the grace we get is that we get something we don't deserve. Now, mercy is different. I don't know how things have been for you for these last, 6 months during COVID, or even this last week. But people do things, don't they, to hurt us? And when they do, people wouldn't blame us if we punished those who hurt us with our words or with our deeds. But for the follower of Jesus, to put his goodness on display means that we have to be merciful. And that means when we have the right to punish someone, instead of letting them have it, instead of like just, you know, shouting at them or doing something we really feel like doing, instead of doing that, what we do is we show compassion and we forgive. Now, that's the goodness of God, grace and mercy. And as you see here, I'm opening up my gate because I want you to meet my right-hand man and bringing the goodness of these ribs. Y'all probably know Justin. You've seen him a bit more than I have. Say hi to everyone at the well, Justin.
Hi, everybody.
So I'm just going to show Justin the progress. And the thing we're looking for here is really giving you a taste of goodness and what the goodness of God is like. So we hope you enjoyed the ribs. For those of you who won't be at the well, weren't on the well Tuesday, I'm sure Justin delivered them to you. What we're going to do now is where all the magic happens. You see, we got our trays out. We got the secret ingredient, maple syrup. And we're going to glaze them and we're going to wrap them. So I'm going to sign off for now. Love to see you all, and I hope you enjoyed the ribs. Bye for now.